Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to Geek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Who is this?
Big Bucket.
Big Buckus. Walter Payton, it's the man. Finds Cole Kmet wide open. Touchdown, Bears. Let's go. Who is this?
Jordan.
Nice throw, Jay Field. Think I can fit in as like a water boy for the Panthers or something? I'm not talking about getting on the field, It picked off. Picked off in the end zone by Kyler Gordon. Let's go. Put some respect on Kyler Gordon's name. And as always, bear down.
You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You can go and subscribe cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic.
What is going on, Chicago Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for a Friday night Q&A right here on Geek on the Mic. As always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. I appreciate you guys joining me for this Friday night Q&A right here on Geek on the Mic. This one's going to be a little bit shorter. I just wanted to come and kind of do like an introduction on what you guys can expect from these Friday night Q&As. If you guys have been here for a while, a part of the channel, subscribe to the channel. In the past, I've did Friday night Q&As before where you guys can call into the show, I come on here for about hour and a half and just, answer you guys' questions. If you guys call in, just say hi to me. My big thing about these Friday night call-ins, when I do allow people to call in, just be respectful to me, be respectful to everyone else in the chat. This is open to have some nice debate about the Chicago Bears. If you have an opinion on the Chicago Bears, you can reach out to me, all that good stuff. But as always, today's going to be like a shorter 30 minutes to an hour show. If you have any questions for me, you can put the questions in the chat. What's going to happen? It's not actually going to be a call-in. It's going to be a link to actually come join the stream, the StreamYard stream. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go ahead and attach the link. If anyone wants to call in or come into the stream, here is the link to the stream in the comment section. As my daughter is ruffling around in the background. 1 second, guys. All right, sorry about that, guys. As you guys can tell, when you have a kid, things can get really crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and you guys want to come join the stream, just have some nice conversation. I really appreciate it. What's going on, Michael?
What's going on? This is my first time. So,
yeah.
I see little Dom Burr is hiding after especially the Sunday whooping that we gave his Detroit Lions. Listen, Dom Burr, you were never, ever, and I mean never, going to be Super Bowl contenders. Even at your best, you were not going to be a Super Bowl contender. But I just want to say this. As much as we all loved this team and to be honest, bro, I've been telling everyone, and I've been telling Keith on the mic this, if Eberflus can finish out the year strong, I will owe Eberflus an apology. Rightfully so, because I've been on this man actually ever since we lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm just like, bro, I'm done with the man. But if he finished the year, here's what I needed to understand from the beginning of Matt Eberflus. Rome wasn't built in a day. There's some struggles here and there, especially when the Lions started off 1-6. I believe there were a lot of fire Dan Campbell before they started the turnaround their season. But at the end of the day, Rome wasn't built in a day, and the defense is slightly improving under Matt Eberflus. I love the addition of Montez Sweat. Like I said, he's having a career year with these Chicago Bears. Washington was dumb enough to trade him to us, and people are comparing him to Julius Peppers. And I swear, this Bears team, I know the loss of Unique Ngakoue, it sucks, bro. It really, really sucks. But I do think DeMarcus Walker will fill in for us perfectly, like Unique, because people said that he is having like Unique Ngakoue sort of season, but I feel like he's turning in. He's going to fill in well for the Chicago Bears. But I do appreciate how this team is going on. We just have the Cleveland Browns, and oh boy, I get PTSD talking about that game because I was actually live streaming that game, Keith, and I was like, I think one play where we were like driving down the field and then like we were kicking field goals. I'm like, okay, we got something good going here, and then it was like 2nd and 20. Matt Nagy, of course, he loves to run the ball out of shotgun formation. I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah,
It's interesting. A couple of points that you brought up, with the whole Matt Eberflus thing, like you said, with Matt Eberflus, yeah, it was a rough start. I give him that. There's still games I'm still really frustrated about. One being, the Denver Broncos, and another one being the first matchup against the Lions. But ever since we got Montez Sweat and he has the pieces to, run a really, really good defense, he's proven why the Bears were so intrigued with him. From the Indianapolis Colts. He's a hell of a defensive coordinator. I still think he has some situations where as a head coach, like in-game situations are still kind of poor. But I think if he finishes the season strong, and let's say we do go 9-8, sneak into the playoffs, there's really no reason to fire a coach that goes 9-8. And you know why? Because the Bears are still cursed for firing Lovie Smith at 10-6 years ago, right? So I think what the Bears are going to do if they finish out the season strong, unfortunately, I think oh my God, there goes my daughter. See, Bears fans, this is why when you have kids, be cautious. Be cautious.
Okay, I thought you were having a poltergeist episode.
No, it's just my daughter. Come here, Hadley. Come on. Do you want to come join the stream, or are you gonna be a terror? Are you gonna come join the stream, or are you just gonna be a terror? I'm talking about the Bears. I know you're not really interested right now, but do you want to come join the stream? Because you're over here. Turn off the lights.
Just say Green Bay sucks. Green Bay sucks, and then that's all you need to say.
Oh, hi, Dad. Okay, you want to say hi, Dad? People know me as Keek, but it's okay. Come on, you want to come join the stream? Come here. You can't see anyone right now, but it's okay. Yeah, but I was saying, you can't fire a guy that finished out the season strong at 9-8. What's going to happen? They're going to continue to build around Justin Fields, because if the Bears go 9-8, there's no reason to get rid of Justin Fields either, right? So I'm excited with the direction of this football team for sure.
I don't think you should get rid of Justin Fields because Caleb Williams. I feel like he holds on the ball for triple long than Justin Fields. Yeah. That's why people need to understand the only generational quarterback that there ever was, probably will ever will be, is Andrew Luck. Nobody else other than Andrew Luck was a generational talent.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I ask people when they say, oh, the Bears can't pass up a generational talent in Caleb Williams. I said, and I always ask them, what makes him generational? And they can never answer the question. It's hilarious. It's the most hilarious thing in the world. But, for me, when I talk about like Caleb Williams, for example, if you do get rid of Justin Fields, the rest of the coaching staff needs to go too. You just need to start fresh. You're not going to use Justin Fields as the scapegoat this time, right? You need to start fresh. I don't trust Luke Getsy or Matt Eberflus with Caleb Williams or Drake May. That's just my personal opinion. That's how I feel on the matter. At the end of the day, we are fans. I will support anyone that is under center for the Chicago Bears. At the end of the day, I do really, really love Justin Fields. That is my guy. But at the end of the day, we are just fans. So we just have to continue to support the team.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. There's a little bit of Bears fans that are salty that we got rid of Mitch. Look, at the end of the day, was I one of the fans that advocated for Mitch? Yes. I feel like the Bears ruined him. But it is what it is, He's not working out with a current team. I thought he was going to have an average year with the Steelers. Oh boy, I was wrong about that. But like I said, bro, you understand why Trubisky failed out. And like I said, do I believe the organization ruined Trubisky? Yes. They set him up for failure. But we need to stop being salty about it, okay? At the end of the day, Mitch was a failed prospect. We didn't win because of him. He was maybe a little bit of why we were winning, but he wasn't a big part of it, which is why me and Keith, and we'll get crucified, and we'll keep saying this until we're dead in our graves. Wins are not a quarterback stat.
Yeah, I should actually make that, put that in the thumbnail or my banner on my YouTube. Wins are not a quarterback stat, because that's like the most truthful thing in the world. When Mitch Trubisky was a Chicago Bear, and there's some things I could say that, Matt Nagy didn't really do a good job in putting Mitch Trubisky in the best situations to succeed as well. But that Chicago Bears defense, especially in 2018, was ridiculous. That was a ridiculous defense. Any quarterback can play really good football when you have short fields, right? And you're starting to see the benefit of the Bears defense starting to heat up late and how that's benefiting Justin Fields, getting more short fields, just making things easier for the quarterback. It is a team sport at the end of the day. And at the moment, the Bears are playing really good football. And personally, I know I said this last offseason, but I think the Bears may be another solid offseason away from hopefully being some type of a contender, at least in the NFC North.
Oh, yeah, we're Keith, how ironic we have the first overall pick again because of the Carolina Panthers. And I was on a podcast with the Windy City Productions, and I'm like, bro, what if we have the first overall pick because of the Carolina Panthers? I'm like,
yeah,
bro, we could build a dynasty.
Right.
Not like the Patriots dynasty. Like, no one can ever reconarcate that. But we need to build. But this is the chance to build a dynasty.
Right. I totally agree, Michael. I do appreciate you coming on. I'm going to give the opportunity for anyone else that wants to come on as well, if you guys want to join us.
All right. We all know just for the Justin Fields haters, me and Keith, we keep the receipts on you. And
I love it. I love it. Michael, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you. All right, guys, like I said, this is how it's usually going to go for these live streams. You guys can come on just like Michael just did, and talk to me, talk about Bears football. If you have a question for me, once again, I did put the link in the chat. But most of these Friday night live Q&As are going to be just like this, very chill, just talking Bears football. I am going to probably start a new series here pretty soon where it's going to be more of like a round table of like anyone that could come on, and we're just going to talk for 2 hours, right? Just talk about football, and that's going to be really a lot of fun as well. So I'm going to go ahead and go in the chat to see who is in the chat so far. I do appreciate you guys tuning in. Unapologetic Truth said, bear down to you as well. We have Bear Down Mike says, bear down to you as well. Thank you so much for coming on. We have Nano CBD in the chat, says, great podcast. Thank you, Nano, for being a supporter. I really do. Kyle Waddle says, too cute. I guess you're talking about my daughter. Yes, my daughter, it's hard, because, no one's home right now. So I'm going to get a podcast in, but she wants to be my assistant, and that's totally fine. She's over here throwing some of my equipment around. It is what it is, the life of a father, right? Someone said, yo, Keeg, what is going on? Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you. Also said, bear down to you as well. Once again, if you guys have any questions for me personally, about the Bears, about the NFL, or you just want to say hi, go ahead and comment down below in the chat. I also put the link to this stream in the chat if you guys want to come join and talk some football with me. I really do appreciate you guys. She said, I don't care what we do next year. Let's just get into the playoffs. That would be nice, just to get into the playoffs, right? With this young team learning how to win. And that was one of the big things. I think Matt Eberflus has done a pretty good job of building the culture of this football team, but he was struggling to establish the winning culture of this football team, right? And we're starting to see the benefit of that. So if this young team can somehow get into the playoffs, we know we're probably not going to make any noise, but that's going to carry over into next season for sure. I definitely agree. We're definitely pushing for the playoffs, and that's cool about this young team. They're finally playing meaningful football in the month of December for the first time since 2018, right? So it's gonna be a lot of fun to watch. And when you look at the remaining games on the schedule, the Bears have some winnable games, right? Against Cleveland, they have a really good defense, but I think that's a winnable game. Then you play the Falcons. The Falcons are going to be a tough team. That's a team that's been playing competitive. Same with the Cardinals, even though their record doesn't reflect that. Those are teams that have been playing competitive, but those are winnable games. And then, of course, you have the Green Bay Packers, a team that we haven't beaten, since 2018. So it would be cool to go into Lambeau Field at 8-8, playing for something, right? Like maybe like a win in your in situation. That would be a lot of fun. Hadley, would you like to come join the live stream? Kyle Waddle says the NFC North is beatable for a while. Yeah, when you look at the NFC, right? The Lions, I think the Lions are still going to be a really good football team for years to come. I think they don't have their quarterback. I really do. I think Jared Goff is, once again, he plays up and down football. He's not really consistent. When you look at the Minnesota Vikings, I think Kirk Cousins is going to be no longer a Minnesota Viking. So they're going to have some quarterback issues. Then Jordan Love, I think if Jordan Love is props, they've put him in some pretty good situations to develop the young man. And he's been looking good. Obviously, he didn't look too good against the New York Giants. But overall, he had a stretch there, like 3 or 4 game stretch where he was looking really good. So I think it can be a Bears Packers thing for the next couple of years. Someone said, please beat that ass on the final game. I don't care if we don't win a single game the rest of the year. I want the Bears to win. Yeah. I always say this, and I know it's just a joke, but we can go 2-15. As long as those 2 wins are against the Packers, I'm good with. Once again, we have struggled against the Green Bay Packers. So hopefully we can go in there playing for something and at least knock them out of the playoffs. Unapologetic Truth said, we are a better team in the NFC North. I really do. I think from week one matchup against the Green Bay Packers, we are a far better team. For a Bears fan, thank you so much for joining the chat. It says, yo, Keek, bear down to you as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Some from breezy South Florida. Yeah, that's awesome. Obviously I'm from California, but it's always so cool to see where my listeners are. Bear Down Mike says, DJ Moore is playing hurt Sunday. We are going to need Mooney to step up. Yeah, I think, Mooney, there has to be a way to get Mooney more involved in the offense, right? Because I find it hard to believe that him and Justin Fields don't have a connection, because prior to DJ Moore becoming a Chicago Bear, Mooney and Justin Fields had a really good connection. So hopefully we can see a little bit of that on Sunday. Nano says, I've heard a few dump Goff podcast. Yeah, I have a lot of respect for Jared Goff, but he is inconsistent. Are you looking at Brian Urlacher? Is that your favorite Bears player? Bears. Can you say Bears? Do you want to come join the stream? Someone said the Browns defense is giving up a lot of points. Yeah, because they're on the field too long. Their offense is not very good right now, right? So they're giving up a lot of points. Someone said, hey, Keek, do you think Scott will get his first NFL TD? I think maybe so. I think it's coming for sure. Tyler Scott, each week he's getting better. He's improving, being more part of the offense, right? Just getting that chemistry with Justin Fields is important as well. Hopefully we can come up big down the stretch. We need some other guys to step up for sure. We'll see though. Someone said you should do a video of her picking her favorite Bears player. Yeah, I should, huh? Knowing my daughter though, she would probably pick Staley, right? Even though Staley's not a player, right? She would probably pick the mascot, Staley the Bear. She actually has a Staley stuffy in her room when I came to Chicago last to watch the preseason game. I got her Staley the Bear stuffy, and she absolutely loves that stuffed animal, right? So maybe I will do a video of her choosing, but I'm not gonna push it. If she wants to be a Bears fan, she can. But you know how girls are. You never know. Bear Down Mike says, I got a feeling we are going to get a heavy dose of Velus Jones. Yeah, Velus Jones. There was a big Velus Jones sighting in the last game, right? So maybe he's getting more involved. I hope he works out. At this point, he probably is not. The production's still not there. But you never know. Maybe things will work out for him. Someone says, sorry I missed you that preseason game. It was so hot that day. Yes, it was. I remember it being super, super hot. It was miserable. I was in the front row, but I remember being super burnt. I'm not gonna lie. I remember being super burnt. But the plan is for my dad and I to be back for a game in Chicago, maybe in the next couple of years. Obviously, for being from California, it's hard getting out there. We'll see though. Someone said, hopefully the O-line steps up this Sunday. Yeah, hopefully so, right? Because it's one of those things that the offensive line has been playing better. The defensive line has been playing better. And once again, that's how you win football games, is in the trenches, right? So, both sides of the ball are playing good, right? When I'm talking about the offensive line and defensive line. And I think we may be a good center away from being a dominant offensive line in NFL. And that would be really nice. Once again, Bears fans, I'm going to make this a quicker stream. This is more of me coming on and showing you kind of how things work every Friday night. That's the plan. Every Friday night, unless I have something going on, I want to come on here and do a Friday night Q&A, just talk with you guys, answer some questions. For today, I'm going to stay on here for 30 minutes, but in the future, I'll stay on for a little longer, like an hour, maybe some change. But for right now, today's stream will be 30 minutes. So I'll be on here for 9 more minutes. You can ask me football questions. You can ask me anything you want. So let me go ahead and go in the chat. Kyle Waddle says, how do you think the Bears address the 3-tech in free agency or the draft? I think the way the D is playing without 3-tech is great, but it could be amazing. Yeah, I actually agree with you, Kyle. I think, when I look at 3 techniques in the free agency, I like Christian Wilkins from Miami Dolphins. That's a guy that I don't think they're going to be able to pay. I think they're already negative 30 in cap space right now. So I'd really be intrigued with him. There's probably a couple of guys in the draft as well that they can probably maybe come in here and develop. But for the most part, the guy that I'm keeping my eye on is Christian Wilkins. Someone that said bold prediction for the game. I got the Bears winning. 24, let's say 24-16. 24-16, they're going to win by a possession. Someone asked that scary movie or comedy. I'm a big scary movie guy. I love horror movies. Every horror movie that comes out, I want to go see. I love gore. I love gory. I love, any scary movie. Any scary movie I'm in for. What's going on, man?
What's up, Keek? How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing?
Yeah, I don't have my headphones on right now, but
yeah.
I hope you can see me and everything.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. So we just gonna talk some Bear. I know you only got like 7 more minutes left or something like that.
Yeah, I gotta get back to my daughter. When she's running around throwing my stuff around, I'm like, over here stressed out because she's over here messing with some of my nice stuff. I'm like, hey, hold on now. So
I understand. Well, so what do you think about the game Sunday? How you think it's gonna go?
For me as a Bears fan, I definitely have some PTSD, for what happened the first time. That's definitely in the back of my mind. And I know it's in the back of Justin Fields' mind as well. But personally, I think the biggest storyline is all the injuries, for Cleveland right now. And realistically, if they had Deshaun Watson, Nick Chubb, right? If they had a healthy defense, I think this would be most likely a cakewalk for Cleveland. I think it's going to be a competitive game. It all depends. I think at the end of the day, whoever wins in the trenches, whoever it has not the turnover-free football, at the end of the day, I think that's who wins the football game.
I agree. Hopefully this quarterback that we have can put some points on the board because I think our defense with Joe Flacco quarterback, I think our defense will get some turnovers like they have been the past 5 weeks.
Right.
And this would be a good opportunity for this so-called quarterback of ours to put some points on the board for a change.
And here's the thing, Judah. I do, I want to be honest with you. I do respect your opinion. That's your opinion. I think as content creators, that's the biggest thing. We have our right to our opinion, right?
Sure.
But no disrespect to you at all. I love your grind. You keep pushing whatever you want to push, and I'll do the same, right? But I do appreciate you coming on here and talking football with me, though.
Yeah, that's what I do, man. You seem like a mellow guy. I know I call a bunch of you guys in this fan base Justin Sexuals. It is warranted. You guys, some of you are to a degree just over the top, and you just actually make other people not even like the quarterback. I don't like him for several reasons.
Right.
But but sometimes, man, just like some people just put it over the top, and I'm like, man, it just makes you not like the guy even more. I have my reasons for not liking him. We'll see what he does these last 4 games, but right now, he's got to show me something. He got to show me something more than putting up 12 points against the Minnesota Vikings or the Detroit. Kendall Vildor was the start defensive back over there for that game. So you got to show me something. Cleveland, they present a problem. I know they got some injured people, but we'll see what we do against a pretty good defense over there. So we'll see what happens.
And I guess that's my question for you is, obviously you have your opinion on Justin Fields, but like, would that carry any weight for you personally against a pretty good Cleveland defense if he came out and had a good game? Like, where would you stand on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I won't make any excuses for the Cleveland defense. If they plan, I guess they healthy. I would love to have seen how we stacked up against their defensive line and stuff. But if he plays well, if he could put points on the board, I'm pretty sure our defense will cause some turnovers again this game and give him some opportunities to put points on the board. Then we'll see what's up. He said it himself. He doesn't like playing in the cold. He wants a dome, even though he hasn't done anything, in the city. And, but we'll see how he does. He said the cold slows him down. So, we'll see how he plays come Sunday. then I'll determine after that. Right now, man, I'm not in on the guy. Obviously, I'm not in on the guy, but
Absolutely.
we'll see what happens.
And I do appreciate you coming on here and being respectful towards me because I am a mellow guy. I don't debate. I don't argue with people. I just state my facts.
You are mellow. You are mellow. That's why I kind of like I call you a just sexual too, but you're a very mellow guy, and I appreciate that. So I'll just keep it at that with you.
Hey, I just want to let you know that I am tuned into your channel, and honestly, my family and I just laugh. I don't really take anything personal because I just laugh at you. I'm not gonna lie, I laugh at you because I think it's hilarious. If you're giving me any type of attention, hey, I love it. I'm down for it. So I do appreciate it.
Hey, good stuff, Keek. Hey, I'll talk to you later, bro.
All right, have a good one, man. I appreciate you.
All right.
Like I said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I do appreciate you guys. Every single one of you guys. Like I said, I'm going to keep it a little shorter today, 30 minutes. I have my daughter once again in the background doing Lord knows what. But at the same time, I do appreciate you guys coming in here being respectful. It's like I said, I am a mellow guy. I'm not really during the game, I'm a rah-rah guy. But I preach positivity. That's one of the big things that I do. I preach positivity. I do appreciate Judah coming in. I know that we have different viewpoints, but at the same time, he is a content creator. No matter what he is doing over there, I have to respect the grind because I am doing the same exact thing. I'm a content creator. I am pushing a certain narrative that I want people to believe, and that is totally fine. We can't sit here and go back and, it is what it is. But I am, like I said, I do appreciate people coming in here and being respectful. I really, really do. Like I said, I think most part, my content is very positive. At the same time, most of the time, I think I did like one more video where I'm like, okay, this is my last time, kind of giving my viewpoint on Justin Fields and why you guys should believe him. But at this point, the narrative is half and half. Half of people believe him, half people don't. And that's okay, Bears fans. They have the right to their opinion. They have a right to their opinion. I do appreciate people being respectful. So I'm going to go in the chat. See if anyone has any more questions for me. I do appreciate you guys tuning in and interacting with me. That you guys keep me going. I'll be honest with you. You guys keep me going every day. I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Someone said, "Hey, Keek, you're mellow. I'm cutthroat." Yeah, I know. I know a lot of people that live in Chicago, being there a couple of times, being from California. Most Californians are very mellow like me. We don't like confrontation. It's more of like, okay, I'm just here enjoying myself. I talk about the Bears because I enjoy the Chicago Bears. I'm a big Bears fan. But for the most part, if someone comes in and starts yelling at me, I'm going to like, dude, it's not worth it. I'm a fan. I'm a Bears fan at the end of the day, so whatever happens, happens. If we keep Justin Fields, of course, I'm going to be happy. If we get rid of him, I'll be a little bit sad. Don't get me wrong. I'll be a little bit sad, but at the end of the day, I will support the next quarterback for sure. Someone say, Keek, you got pissed off. Was it at Luke Getsy or Matt Nagy? Both of them pissed me off. Those guys get under my skin. If any of those guys came on the podcast, you may not see mellow Keek for sure. Someone said, we appreciate your work, Keek. I appreciate every single one of you guys as well. You guys definitely keep me going. Someone said, should the Bears go O-line first round? Maybe. If we're going to go offensive line, maybe a left tackle, depending on how you guys feel about Braxton Jones. But I'll take Olu Fashanu or Joe Alt from Notre Dame. Any one of those guys, for sure. Someone say, Keek, those who anger you control you, my friend. Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. When people get angry, here's the thing. 1 second, let me let my daughter out. Sorry, everyone. My daughter is now walking. Isn't it crazy? She's now walking, so she's walking all over the place. But you're absolutely right. It's like one of those things that if you get angry over something, right? It's no point. We life is too short. I'm here being a content creator. And here's the thing. If you're going to be a content creator, you kind of have to be able to take the heat, the negative. You have to be able to take the positive. You have to be able to take the criticism. Not everyone is going to agree with your viewpoint. But it's up to you to kind of control that narrative and how you respond, right? And I choose to respond in a mellow way, just staying relaxed, right? just continue to be positive and talking about the Bears. That's how I choose to approach it. Someone said, Keek, Justin can ball out the rest of the year, win a couple of Super Bowls, and they will still complain. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're absolutely right. There is some people out there that may just be out on Justin. And once again, that is totally fine. That is their opinion. At the end of the day, they are still Bears fans. I'm not going to discredit them, right? They are still Bears fans. But that is their narrative. That's what they want to do. That is totally fine. We know how we feel. That doesn't mean we can tell them how they feel, how they can feel about Justin, right? We know that we feel that Justin is a baller. We feel like Justin can do wonderful things. But then for some other people, they want to see more, right? They still want to see a little bit more. They want to see maybe consistency from Justin. They maybe want to see Justin fumble the ball less, right? So you kind of have to look both angles, right? So sometimes it does suck, the negativity between the Bears nation, because at the end of the day, we are all Bears fans. But like I said, I just try to stay positive. I stay positive about my team. There's no reason to be negative. Someone said, bold prediction. We go offense heavy this next draft. They need to, right? The Chicago's always been known about defense. Let's build around the offense for once. Marvin Harrison Jr., offensive lineman. Some people may say Caleb Williams and Malik Neighbors from LSU. Either way. Someone say, Keek, what are your views on the Mahomes offsides call? I don't know why Mahomes was crying. I really don't know why. The dude was offsides. The only thing I'm kind of skeptical about is I guess Kadarius Toney did like check with the ref. Like, hey, am I onside? And I guess the ref says yes. So but at the end of the day, as a receiver, it's still a responsibility to make sure you're onside. You know, even if the ref gives you the thumbs up, you're like, okay, look down. Okay. But he was clearly offsides. Someone said, let's agree. Justin would have won the Super Bowl in place of Sexy Rexy. Maybe. Yeah, absolutely right. That defense was ridiculous for sure. What's going on, Rich? Thank you for tuning in. You also asked, how's your night going? My night's going good. Bro. You know, I'm coming on here for a little bit. Friday night Q&A. I'm going to have some friends over. We're going to have some Friday night pizza, right? Enjoy our company. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Sunday's matchup. I will be going live right here on Keek on the Mic on YouTube for the game. I believe the game starts at 10 a.m. PST. That's my time in California. So I will be going live at 9:50 PST. So make sure you guys tune in. I'll have a YouTube post about that tomorrow. Someone said, when is my team going to quit tanking? I don't know. I don't think we're tanking. Who's your team? Are you a Bears fan or are you a different? Are you supporting a different team? Because I don't really feel like the Bears are tanking right now. You know, I think they're actually playing for something. Who knows though? William Amy says, I want them to build around Justin Fields. Yeah. Hey, and that's your opinion. I respect your opinion, just like I respect anyone else's opinion that may not agree. You know, do I always agree with what other people have to say? No, but I will respect their opinion because that is their opinion. They have a right to say that. It is what it is. Someone said, how do you feel about Draymond? I think Draymond should never touch a basketball court again. Like, what in the world was that, Bears fans? What in the world was Draymond Green doing? So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. He's a weirdo. Someone said, why did they try to make Josh Allen a pocket passer? Don't know why. You know, Josh Allen is a specimen, right? He's what, 6'4", 6'5". He can move. Yeah, you know, I don't understand why people try to make these dual threat quarterbacks into pocket passers. Doesn't make any sense. Bert Norfolk, sorry if I mispronounced that, but thank you so much for tuning in. He says, hey, Keek, love your work, bro. Thank you so much for that. He said, question, Bears went out. Do you keep Getsy or fire him? See, that's the tough part, because if the Bears do win out, it probably has something to do with not only the defense, but the offense actually scoring points. I think you may just have to run it back with everyone. And I know that sucks to say because people are like, oh, no, there's no way you keep Luke Getsy. But if the offense heats up and the offense looks good and the Bears go 9-8 and we make the playoffs, you may just have to run it back. For me personally, I'm out on Luke Getsy. I think there's upgrades out there like, you know, Ken Dorsey. There may be some other guys that are fired that they can bring in here. But overall, you never know with the Bears organization. We never know. Someone said Williams and May both didn't play well the last few games of the season. Draft MHJ and defensive end, keep building this team. Yeah, absolutely. I think that is the more logical thing to do. You know, but Ryan Poles has a tough decision to make. He's the GM. We are just fans. for some Bears fans, it may be the easiest decision in the world, but it's up to Ryan Poles. Someone said Moore, Edwards, and Brisker all want Justin to stay in Chicago. Yeah, and I think that carries some weight when Justin Fields has the locker room. So just imagine if Ryan Poles does get rid of Justin Fields. What will that do to the locker room? I can see if Justin Fields was playing consistently bad football. But the thing about Justin Fields, and I think that's where most people are coming from that are out on Justin Fields, is that sometimes he does not play consistent enough. But to me, he doesn't play consistently bad, but he also doesn't play consistently good. I think as of late, he has played consistently good. So if he can continue to play consistent football down the stretch and hopefully play turnover-free football, I think that should be enough to move forward with Justin for at least one more year. At least one more year. Someone said, I can't take it no more with Shady McCoy. I just don't get how you think he's not a good QB. Yeah, Shady McCoy and Joy, they have their opinions. They have their narratives. Let them talk. Because at the end of the day, I'm not really sure if they're actually watching the Bears games or if they're just looking at the stats. But, like I said, for me personally, I don't think the record is a quarterback stat. That is a team stat. I've given my reasons multiple times. There's many games where Justin Fields and offense scored 30+ points and our defense gave up 35, right? Also gave up 30+ points to lose the football game. But right now the defense is playing good, right? So now this is the opportunity for Justin Fields to hopefully stockpile some wins. If Justin Fields goes 9-8, if the Bears go 9-8, make the playoffs, I don't think they're getting rid of anyone. And that includes Justin Fields. Someone said Caleb Williams is too emotional to play in Chicago. Media would roast him. Maybe so. Maybe so. I think he may just be passionate as well. The media likes to dissect moments like that. I think it was a rough season. He was doing everything for that USC team, if you really think about it, trying his best to carry them. And I understand as a young kid, that may be tough to do. But you're absolutely right. The Chicago media is rough. And I think that's one of the reasons why I really like Justin is because, he is kind of mellow like me, it's kind of like one of those things that he doesn't let anything really rattle him or affect him. He just keeps working hard and continues to try to get better. So I do appreciate that aspect of Justin Fields. Rich Johnson said, do you think Caleb is a generational QB? No, I don't. I don't think I think I would have to look up what is the definition for generational. I think that's how I had to answer this question. The last generational QB that I've seen was maybe like Andrew Luck. And I don't think Caleb Williams is anywhere near Andrew Luck. I feel like Caleb Williams is a very, very talented prospect. Don't get me wrong. He's a very talented prospect, but I think Caleb Williams, Drake May, any quarterback that's coming out needs to be put in the best situation to succeed. And if the Bears do move forward, and let's say they do get rid of Justin Fields and take Caleb Williams, will they be able to put him in the best situation to succeed? And let's say they keep Luke Getsy. They keep Matt Eberflus. And that's my big thing. If you get rid of Justin Fields, you might as well clean house. You might as well fire Matt Eberflus. You might as well fire Luke Getsy, or at least keep Eberflus and fire Luke Getsy and bring in a new offensive coordinator that knows how to develop a quarterback. That's my big thing. But I'm not sure if I would label him as a generational talent. Someone asked, who do you think steps up to take Yannick's place for the rest of the season? Probably Dominique Robinson. And that's why it pisses me off that we got rid of Travis Gibson. It makes no sense. Makes no sense. Someone's absolutely right. A generational QB only comes around once every 20 years. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I really like Flus, but Getsy is questionable at best. I hope they can find a way for Flus to stay. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. I think Flus has done good. I think he's starting to create that winning culture. Once again, the Bears went out, that's going to carry over into next season. So there's really no reason to fire Luke Getsy at that point. Someone said, this is William. I got a question for do you like? Can you repeat your question? I'm a little bit confused on what your question is, William. This is William. I got a question for do you like? Go ahead and ask me that question again so I can answer that question for you. Someone said, don't remind me. Gibson was a draft night and was a cool guy. To find out he was cut was horrible. Yeah, that was tough. That was tough for sure. But like I said, Bears fans, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. I'm going to go ahead and hop off the stream. In the future, I will be doing longer streams. I will be doing longer Friday night Q&As. These will turn into roundtables. I'm going to try my best to have guests for you guys as well to come on here and talk football with me. But once again, I will be going live. I will post this in the YouTube community page tomorrow, but I will be going live for the Bears and Browns game. I'm starting at 9:50 a.m. PST. So make sure you guys come and collect my live play-by-play reaction for the Bears and Browns game. But once again, have a wonderful weekend. Thank you to every single one of you guys. I appreciate every single one of you guys. But I'll see you guys on Sunday. And as always, see you guys, bear down.